Dash in, apply the blight to all the minions, use our 3 to detonate. We're going to silence. We do have our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and cast it. Magi is stuck. Ardia, I believe, also used her dash. We're going to use our 3, and we're able to get a detonate. Our Fafnir is able to get the pick onto 1. Get it, Nem, get it. Nem's able to clean it up. Very nice. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shiny B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Hades as mid. Somebody pointed out to me that I only have Hades support in Conquest, so we decided we're gonna fix that. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, Hades has one of the most annoying kits to go against. He just lifesteals up, and then he has a nasty ultimate that requires the enemy to have beats. It can be very frustrating to play against, so we're going to go over how to be that annoying. So let's go ahead and go over Hades' kit. Starting with Hades' passive, Blight. Hades' basic attack, apply a debuff to an enemy called Blight. This debuff stays on the target and can be refreshed. If an enemy is afflicted by Blight, their magical and physical power is reduced by 5%. Also, each of Hades' other abilities are going to take on additional effects going against a target that is blighted. Hades 1, Death from Below. Hades descends into the ground and erupts from below his ground location, doing damage to all enemies in the area. If the enemy is blighted, they're going to be slowed for 2 seconds, and this ability is going to apply Blight. The slow is going to be 20% at level 1 and 40% at level 5. Hades 2, Shroud of Darkness. Hades silences all enemies in a cone in front of him. If the enemy is blighted, they are also going to be feared. This ability applies Blight. The silence is going to scale up from 1 second at level 1 to 2 seconds at level 5. Hades 3, Devours Souls. Hades devours the souls of his enemies, dealing damage in an area around him. Blighted enemies hit by this ability are going to be detonated, dealing damage to enemies and healing your allies around the detonated area. Enemy gods only take 50% of the damage from detonated blights. So this ability does damage, and then it also does detonate damage if the enemy was blighted. This is his only ability other than his ultimate that does not apply Blight. The detonation radius is going to be 20, and it is also going to heal. Hades' ultimate, Pillar of Agony. Hades calls to all enemy souls nearby, creating a vortex which drags targets towards him, dealing damage for every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds. If the enemy is blighted, their protections are reduced. Hades also gains protections and 10% damage mitigation for the durations. His protections are going to last for 4 seconds. At level 1, he's going to gain 60 protections. At level 5, he's going to gain 160 protections. The protection debuff is going to be 10 at level 1 and 30 at level 5. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 3. Level 2, we want to put a point into our 1. Level 3, put a point into our 2. Then we want to max out our 3, max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 1, and then max out our 2. The reason we want to put a point into our 3 at level 1 is 1, it just does more damage, and then if we can blight the enemy and detonate them, then it's going to deal even more damage than the 1. We're going to go ahead, rotate to the mid harpies. Right now we're just trying to get a little bit of a lead on this enemy Ratatasker. I swear, I thought we were going against the enemy Hades in mid, but I'm very glad I'm going against a Ratatasker. I hate matchups. Hate being a god playing against that god. Right now we're just trying to blight all the minions. And then we're going to use our 3 and detonate. So taking a look at the enemy team composition, once we get our ultimate, we're going to be trying to use our ult whenever the character's dashes are down. So Magi could potentially sash somebody to get out of my ultimate. That's a little unreliable. She could always ult out of our ultimate. Hades has a dash, so we want to ult him whenever his dash is down. Chernobog has a dash, so we want to ult him when his dash is down. Same with Ardio and Ratatasker, they both have dashes. If we can catch them after they've dashed, we should be able to get the pick on them. The enemy duel lane is a little far pushed up. We're going to go ahead and rotate in, see if we can make a difference. We're coming in behind. We use our 2. That's a beads. That's his dash. We're going to go in. Hit him with our 1, and then we're going to activate our 3. We also caught RDO after her dash. She's able to stun us. We're probably not going to be able to do anything, so we're just going to go ahead and back and pick up some boots. We are going to be going into the lifesteal boots. We'll be picking up cooldown elsewhere in the build, but right now we're just going to kind of focus on lifesteal. So whenever I was recording this video, I was really thinking about doing a skin booster to get the winter Hades skin for the video, but I'm running low on skin boosters, so we're just rocking a skin that we haven't shown on the channel quite yet. We're going to go ahead and rotate to our damage buff.
Your left tower is under attack. Enemy ultimate down.
2 people here. Ratatasker is about to ult us. We can tell because of the sound cue and because there's an orange circle right near us. We're able to dash under the wall and avoid his damage. That's his dash. Fortunately, we don't have our ultimate. We're going to use our beads. We don't know if Magi has her ultimate. She's level 5, but we don't know if it's on cooldown. Nemesis is able to dash in, get some good damage. We're going to dash in ourselves. I do feel like Hades has some long cooldowns. I feel like if you don't build cooldown on Hades, you're sitting there just kind of basic attacking. We do have our ultimate, but we don't want to use it on Ratatasker unless we know his dash is down. That's his dash. Not sure where he is. We're going to go ahead and rotate right. We thought Nemesis was going over for a 2-man gank plus the 2 people in lane. That's his dash. He steps back in. We're going to blink in. We're going to use our ultimate. It's going to pull him closer towards us. Doing a lot of damage. Use our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Ratatasker. So the ideal ult combination is you want to hit the enemy with either the 1 or the 2. Use your ultimate, and then the ultimate is going to reduce their protections. So whenever you finally hit them with the 3, they're going to have less protections than if you were to hit them with the 3 before you started your ultimate. In case you guys were unaware, not all basic attacks are even. However, Hades is about as neutral as it gets. Whenever he basic attacks, it goes straight in front of him in a straight line. AMC is a great example of somebody who does not. His basic attacks lean left. I'm hoping to put out a video in these upcoming weeks that will illustrate that and some other tips for some new players to Smite. But all you need to know about Hades is his basic attacks go right down the middle. We're going to get some damage. We're kind of waiting for his dash. We don't have our ultimate, so right now we're just trying to get a little bit of poke. Try to buy Baron some free time or some space. We're going to go ahead and hit the Harpies with Nemesis and then rotate back mid. We have our ultimate in 5 seconds. We're going to rotate right. It looks like Magi is out, so oh, she's going back in. Try to dash in on her. Churn is here. Churnabog. So we're going to go ahead and just fall back. Either Nem accidentally picked up our red or somebody stole it. I'm leaning towards the enemy team stole it. We're going to go ahead, dash in, apply a blight to all the minions, activate our 3, and miss the archers. In between waves, we either want to be rotating or hitting camps in between. You're probably going to want to hit camps more than rotate. We're calling out that they're missing mid, probably going to gank right. We're going to clean up the minion wave, and then we're just going to go ahead and back because we're pretty low on mana, and we also have enough money for Typhon's Fang. Typhon's Fang is going to provide us 70 magical power, 200 mana, 15% magical lifesteal, and 10% magical penetration. It has a passive that your healing obtained from magical lifesteal is increased by 30%. Your magical power is increased by twice the amount of magical lifesteal that you have. So we have 15 plus 8, so I think that's 23. We're going to double that, so we have an additional 46 power from the passive on Typhon's Fang. Ish. Let me preface that whole statement with an ish.
On my way.
A lot of people, I feel like this isn't bad at all, but they would go Bancroft's lifesteal boots and then Typhon's Fang and have a ridiculous amount of lifesteal. My issue with that is his cooldowns are so long. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate because we know the Hades dashes down, and we're able to get the pick onto the Hades. We're going to make our way back mid. Dash in on the RDO. We try to stun her, but she's able to stun us first. We tried to silence her, not stun her. We're going to go ahead and hit our red buff. We're going to go ahead and help our Fafnir with the oracles. RDO is kind of pressuring us. We're going to silence her out of her 3. Dash in. She's able to dash out. Now would be a great time to ult her. Unfortunately, our ult is on cooldown. We're going to silence. That might have prevented Magi from using her ultimate. Not entirely sure. Radtasker uses his ultimate. We're going to dash in. Hit him with the 1. He's blighted. We're going to activate our 3. It's going to detonate the blight. He is very weak. We do have our ultimate now. If we could find the right time to engage, we would definitely use our ultimate right here. Hades is here. We're going to have to dash out. We're taking a lot of damage. We dash out. The enemy Hades uses his ultimate. We get hit by a shell. Take a decent amount of damage. If we didn't have that shell, we probably would have gone down right there. Our on her is able to get the pick. We're going to go ahead and fall back. We're not backing quite yet because the Chernobog ultimate could land on us. He lands elsewhere. We are going to be going into Chronos Pendant next. I feel like a lot of people would think not to build Chronos Pendant on Hades and just kind of keep going with the lifesteal. I want to build Chronos Pendant on Hades because it's going to allow me to get into fights more often, to use my ultimate more often, and to disengage more often. This will be our one main cooldown ability, not ability, item. And then from here, we're just going into damage. Damage, pen, utility. We're going to set up some wards. Dash in, apply the blight to all the minions, use our 3 to detonate. We're going to silence. We do have our ultimate, we're going to go ahead and cast it. Magi is stuck. Ardia, I believe, also used her dash. We're going to use our 3, and we're able to get a detonate. Our Fafnir is able to get the pick onto 1. Get it, Nem, get it. Nem's able to clean it up. Very nice. So now would be a great time to go for Gold Fury. We're going to hit the middle tower. Hades is on us, so now we're actually in a little bit of trouble. We use our 3. We're going to go ahead and fall back. We're going to go ahead and hit our red buff.
On my way.
Looks like Hades is rotating in. Looks like he's rotating out.
Don't get cocky.
We're going to dash in on him, apply a blight, silence him, use our 3, get a little bit of poke onto him. With Hades on the enemy team, we got to be a little bit careful. We either need to save our dash or save our beads when going in on the Hades. Radtasker uses his ultimate. We're going to silence, use our 3, get some good damage onto the Magi. We do have our ultimate in 8 seconds. Unfortunately, on her goes down. Baron's all the way in left, so it's really a 2v however many are here. We use our silence. We're going to use our 3. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. That's a beads from the Chernobog. I think Hades also used beads. He looked to be glowing yellow. We're going to use our beads to step out. Silence. Detonate with our 3. And now we probably need to get out of here. Up. We go down. We had our Aegis. As soon as we heard Ratatasker say, "I want to go fast," we probably should have Aegis. I think our reaction was just a little too slow there. We don't have enough money for Chronos Pendant quite yet, so we're just going to pick up 2 wards. Our team definitely seems to be out-leveling the enemy team, so that is a very good sign for the future of this game. I also think whenever Rat tried to go onto us, we tried to dash, but our icon was right under the tower, so we couldn't dash under the tower. So I think that was another little factor in why we went down right there, and maybe why our reactions were so slow. We thought we were going to dash out, we couldn't, and then we were dead. Thinking that we could dash instead of use our Aegis.
Attack, fire giant. Tactical fury.
Gold Fury is wide open, so we're going to go ahead and start working on this bad boy. They do have vision on it, but I don't think they have anyone that can really contest it. Clean up the minion wave. Probably gonna just back right here, pick up some more wards, and then go into Chronos Pendant. Yeah, we're just gonna back. Chronos Pendant is gonna provide us 100 magical power, 225 MP5, and 20% cooldown. It's passive. Every 10 seconds, the pendant subtracts 1 second from all of our abilities currently on cooldown. The initial cooldown will not start until you leave Fountain. Bit of a team fight going on in right. We do have our ultimate. Honor is able to clean up 2 of them. Baron's getting attacked by 2 in left. We're going to see if we can get this RDO. We're going to dash in. Silencer. Use our 3. Go ahead and use our ultimate. And we're able to get the pick onto the RDO, or assist the Honor, who's able to get the pick onto the RDO. Looks like Nemesis and Baron were able to win their fight over in left lane. Baron went down, but they were able to get the Magi. So now it's them the Hades. We should be able to get this tier 2 tower. We think Train's landing on us. Unfortunately, he landed on the Fenrir. Fafnir. I'm so sorry. I always get Fenrir and Fafnir wrong.
Enemy ultimate down.
Enemy missing middle.
Enemy missing.
Fat wave in mid. We're going to go ahead and rotate here. Clean up this golden XP. So we went a pretty standard combo for our relics. We went beads Aegis. We went beads first because we thought we were going against the Hades. We didn't really need to use our relic super early on. We're going to dash in, apply a blight to the Ratatasker, silence, activate our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Ratatasker. We knew that his dash was down and that he wasn't going to be able to dash out of there. We dash in, pretty aggressive dash. We really kind of piece up that RDO as a team. Baron's getting the pull. We're going to dash in, apply a blight. We're going to activate our up. We get silence. We're going to activate our 3, use our beast to walk out of the enemy Hades ultimate. We're going to start wiggling out. We need something to lifesteal off of. We're going to go for these oracles. Now we're going to make our way back into the team fight. We might be able to make a difference here. Fafnir is the only one alive. Fafnir goes down. We are in a bit of a pickle right now, so we're going to start falling back. We are out. We're only going to die if we turn and fight, which we decided to do. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Getting some good damage, but then Hades is able to just dash in on us and clean us up. So a little bit of a misplay right there. We probably should have just kept running, knowing that that was going to be a 1v2, 1v3, or 1v4, depending on how many people decided to actually push us. So Hades has some heals, Artios has some heals, Magi has some heals. Good chance that the Chernobog is buying divas, which he is.
Defend the fire giant.
So we are going to be going into some anti-heal. I would say the deciding factor on whether we went anti-heal this game or not is the enemy Hades. His heals are going to be an issue if we do not buy anti-heal. Everyone else's heals we can kind of burst down, but the enemy Hades we will not be able to. Our team is eyeballing the Pyromancer and Fire Giant. So is the enemy team. We're going to go ahead and clean up the red buff, pick that up for ourselves. Looks like the enemy team is able to get the Pyromancer. Nemesis sets up a ward, so we're going to set up a ward that's going to be outside of the sentry ward that they're most likely going to place. We get some free poke onto the Ratatasker. We're going to go ahead and fall back a little bit. Nemesis is getting pushed by 2. We're going to rotate in, try to help her out.
On my way.
Looks like you got 2 fights going on. The Baron, Honor, and Fafnir fighting over in left. We're trying to help this Nemesis.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
Nemesis is out. That was probably a bad choice on our part. We probably should have helped the fight over in the left. Probably should have put a little more faith into our jungler. We're going to silence. You get hit by Hades. We lose a lot of health. We're going to dash out. You get healed by Baron a little bit. Enemy Ratatasker ult coming in. We use our Aegis. We're going to silence. We're going to use our 3. Get some good damage. Use our ultimate. And we're able to get the pick onto the Ratatasker. We need a lifesteal off of something. So we're going to hit this camp. I think the enemy Hades is probably the scariest character on their team. The one who's doing the most damage to us and who has the best chance of getting a pick onto us. So after going into Chronos Pendant, we're going to be going into Divine Ruin. Divine Ruin is going to provide us 90 magical power and 10 flat penetration. Enemies hit by an ability are going to have 40% reduced healing and regeneration for 8 seconds. And right now we currently have enough money to back and get it. Right now we're being pretty greedy by staying up and trying to fight. We really should just back ourselves.
Attack Fire Giant.
Go ahead and clean up middle wave, and then we can start trying to put pressure onto the Fire Giant. Enemy Hades is nearby. We're going to silence him, activate our 3. He dashes away. Chernobog's in kind of a bad spot. We're going to dash in, get some light onto the Nature. Honor's able to jump over the wall and get the pick onto him. This is a really good fight for us. We already got a pick onto 2. There's 2 people over here. One was kind of towards mid, so it's about to be a 5v2. Looks like Rat's about to ult in. We miss our silence. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate to get the Ratatasker stuck. Now it's just the Ardia left. We're going to silence her out of her dash. We're going to activate R3, get some damage, and our team is able to clean her up. We silence her out of her ability. Deicide for on the enemy team, so we should be able to get this Fire Giant for free. Nothing special here, just basic attack and landing our abilities. We have an Oni wave pushing up and left, so we're going to go ahead and try to push with this wave. Bearing back, as long as we have on her, we should be able to push this Phoenix in just a moment. We left one minion alive and it's holding up the whole wave. Chernobog's rotating behind us, we're able to get the Phoenix. We're going to go ahead and dash in, apply a Blight, apply a Silence, activate our 3, and Nemesis is able to clean her up. Enemy's Hades is here, we're going to use our beads to get out of there. Also going to use our Aegis. We're going to try to lifesteal off this blue buff. We don't want to leave the fight quite yet, even though we have a pretty penny in the pocket. Ratatasker here, we're going to dash away. We're going to silence him out of his 2. We're going to use our ultimate. And Nemesis is able to clean up the Ratatasker. A lot of assists this game. And we're about to get a second Deicide. So it's a good thing we stayed around. If we backed, we would have bought some items, making us stronger, but we stayed alive, and now we're able to push the Titan as a 4-man push. Chernobog is going to be the first one up. We're going to go ahead and clear these minions, so that way we can get some of our minions into the Titan throne, or the Titan room. We're going to go ahead and dash in, and we should be able to wrap this one up. Well, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, or just had a good old time, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe. What is that minion doing? He's just on the ground spinning in circles. What? These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.